The building behind me was what Fleming used as his inspiration for Casino Royale. It's in the small seaside village of De Twat. Unfortunately, the casino itself was demolished in 1974, and these flats, built exclusively for alcoholics and general riffraff, were erected in its place. De Twat at the time was known for its tranquil charm and luxurious beach. The tranquil charm has been replaced by drunken brawls, and the stunning beach has since been terraced over to provide car parking for the peasants that reside here now. I'm now actually stood in the flats where the casino once stood. And this is very exciting for me because this is the actual place where the casino tables were placed. So in effect, this very room is the birthplace of one James Bond. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the birthplace just there, right by the toilet roll holder. But did you know that the first adaptation of Casino Royale was actually an American black and white TV short? The acting, need I say, was atrocious.
I saw you at the casino in Hull once. You took Lord Bracknell to the cleaners. Yeah. He had to take off his suit. I don't understand this game, Sir Mangafer. Well, it's a lot like Yangtze. Only different. Ah, here's your man now. This is free. He's the KGB agent for all of this area and South London, up to and including Thames Ditton. And he's the most dangerous agent I've ever come across. Oh? Why? He explodes every half an hour.
The novel is the card game Chemin de Fer, updated in the 2006 movie to Snap. I wanted to learn the rules of this complex card game. Not Snap. I know what you were thinking. You were thinking Snap. I thought you would. I thought I'd said it to know earlier. I bet they'll think I mean Snap. Of course I don't mean Snap. How silly. You silly sausages. Oh, fabulous. I knew they would. I knew it. Not Snap. Chemin de Fer.
Simple. To score, 9. Both players draw 2 cards. If the second player's cards are both red and below 9, he can draw again, providing the player 1 has cards of a red, black value and not above 9.
And if not?
The first player draws again, providing the second player's cards are less than 9 and no more than 7, unless they are both hearts, in which case both players can draw again, providing players 1's cards include a 4 and an ace.
And if not?
The first player can ask to see the second player's cards again, but only if the second player is holding a 3 of any suit, or a 4 or 5 of diamonds.
The light from the broad satin-lined shades that had seemed so welcoming now seemed to take the colour out of his hand as he glanced at the cards, and then he looked again. It was nearly as bad as it could have been. The king of hearts and an ace, the ace of spades. It squinted up at him like a black widow spider. He still kept all emotion out of his voice.
I can't! Please give me a really good card, I need to win! I can't, please.
Le Chiffre faced his own 2 cards. He had a queen and a black 5. He looked at Bond and pressed out another card with a wide forefinger. The table was absolutely silent. He faced it and flicked it away. The croupier lifted it delicately with his spatula and slipped it over to Bond. It was a good card, the 5 of hearts, but to Bond it was a difficult fingerprint in dried blood. He now had a count of 6 and Le Chiffre a count of 5, but the banker, having a 5 and giving a 5, would and must draw another card and try to improve with a 1, 2, 3, 4. Drawing another card, he would be defeated. And if not?
Player 1 can ask to see player 2's top card, providing player 2 is holding 2 even cards, or an odd heart, or an even club.
And, if not?
Both players draw again, but only if 4 cards they are holding are all even. If they're not, player 2 can draw again, but only on the proviso that player 1 has cards numbering 4 and 8, or a 5 of diamonds if the other 2 are a club or spade, providing they are not in running order, i.e. 6, 7, or an 8 and 9.
Ah, and if it is?
Player 2 can insist on dealing 2 cards to player 1 and 1 to himself, but only on the proviso that player 1 doesn't have a 3 of clubs or a 4 of spades, or if he has either one of these cards, that he also has a queen of hearts, in which case player 1 can then deal 3 cards to himself and 2 to player 1, but only on the proviso that player 2 doesn't have a 4 of diamonds or a 5 of hearts.
This is the original Bond car, the Nissan Micra, without a supercharger. Driving this car is more like driving a train, a far cry from the Aston Martins of the early films. There are no gimmicks here, no ejector seat, no machine guns, no beverage cup holders, just a brute of an engine. Fleming himself owned one of these cars and he got his friend, Amos Villiers, to fit a supercharger to make it even faster. Sometimes reaching speeds of up to 65 miles an hour, Fleming would drive to his golf course and be back in London in time for dinner, just 5 days later. Bond drove the Nissan hard and with an almost sensual pleasure. It was serviced every 6 months by a Nissan engineer who had failed terribly as a kamikaze pilot. To Bond, the Nissan was like a woman, to be slipped into easily and then driven to the hilt, and to be handled like the slut.